Hi guys, this is Ms. Hong. Today is March 19th. For Algebra 2 class, today you will learn inverse relation and inverse function. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look what's inverse relation. So your definition on the top. So if AB is an ordered pair of a relation, then BA is an ordered pair of its inverse. So literally, you're just switching order. That's it. You're just switching order. Alright? So do you remember when you start the function, we talked about the domain and range. Right? So this is your domain, normally x, your range for y. So I'm gonna just pick random number. Right? So for my relation, so relation means whatever, right? And then function, you should have only one arrow for each value in your domain. That was the function definition, but today we're just doing inverse, so I'm gonna skip that one. So 1 goes to 4, 2 goes to 6, 3 goes to 5, like this. So I made one relation like that. Then that's a relation, right? And then if you go backward from y to x, like this, going backward, you just flip the direction of the arrow, like this. Then that is what? That is inverse. Alright, that is inverse. So for this one, I can do, my relation is 1, 4. Right? And then it was 2, 6. And it was 3, 5. You have this, right? But if you find the inverse of that, then all you need to do is switch your x and y value. So 1, 4, just switch it. 4, 1. And that's 6, 2. And this is 5, 3. That's it. This is the inverse. Alright? So, let's do some problems in here. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all the, all 4. I have 4 relation, and I want you to find the inverse of each relation. I'm going to do 1 for you. You do the other 3, okay? So, I'm going to do number 3, my favorite number. Alright. So, look. I'm going to find the inverse. You already have 1, 6, 2, 9, 3, 12, 4, 19. All you need to do is what? Switch your x and y. So 6, 1, 9, 2, 12, 13. I'm sorry, 12 and 3, and 19, 4. Like this. Easy. So you do 1, 2, and 4. Okay? No questions so far, right? I'm 100% sure. And guys, look at this. There's another way to express a function or relation. That's a table, right? So it says what? My f of x is 0, then y is negative 1, 2, then that's 0, 3, then that's 2, 4, then that's 3, right? You get this one, this table, and look at here. That is what this, do you see this negative sign on the top? So that means that's inverse. So this is, that notation means inverse of f of x. Alright? So what do? We change order. 0, negative 1. You see it? Then what do? Negative 1, 0. You just change it. Super easy. 2, 0. 0, 2. Right? You have 3, 2. Then what? 2, 3. Great. 4, 3. Then what do? 3, 4. Right? So that's my inverse. So you can complete this 2 table. I'm gonna leave it blank for you. And look, and then we need to graph that. So you know how to plot the point. So with purple color, with red, I'm gonna do my original function. So this one, I'm gonna use red. And for f inverse, I'm gonna use purple. Alright? So let me plot the point. So first, it says 0, -1. So 0, -1, it's right here. And you have 2, 0. So it's over here, 2, 0. And next one is 3, 2. So you go to 3 and 2. And 4, 3. So you go to 4 and 3. Right? So, and we do not connect it because you have only 4 values. So I'm going to keep it like that. And now I'm going to plot my inverse function. So first you have -1, 0. So it's right here. And you have a 0, 2. It's over here. And 2, 3. 2, 3. Right? And 3, 4. 3, 4. So I have this. Because the graph is so small and we have only a couple points, so it's not clear. But you know what? I'm going to draw a line for you. So if I draw y is equal to x, the diagonal line, right? So if I draw that, I will show you something. Do you see this? My original, which is red color, and my inverse, which is my purple color, they are symmetric over y is equal to x. So this is one major property of inverse function, symmetric over the y equal to x. Alright? So, guys, numbers 6 and 7, I want you to complete this table. All you need to do is just changing your x and y value. And after that, you plot it on the graph. Plot and draw y is equal to x graph, which is like right in the middle, right? Like this, slope is 1 and passing through 0, 0. Just draw this line just like me and then compare the point. Alright? Because we are super boring at home, so you can use color and like do it like me. It's kind of fun. Alright? Okay. So next page. So we're doing like all different type of inverse function. Alright? So now we're doing with the number. So when we are doing order pair, we swap x and y value. When we are doing table, we change your x and y value, right? So the thing is, you're changing your x and y value. So it's the same thing in the function. So look, you have what? Y equals x plus 2, right? I want to find the inverse function. So what? Always, when you want to find the inverse, you change your x and y. So change it. X equals y plus 2. You just change that. Okay? Because I want to get my inverse. And then what do? Normally, we isolate y value, not x, right? So solve it for y from here. Solve it for y. That means you isolate y on one side. So I'm going to do minus 2, minus 2. Then you cancel this, and you have only y on the right side. And this side, can you combine this, Gael? X minus 2? Can you do that? Don't say 2x. That's x minus 2, right? X minus 2. And that's kind of ugly because y is on the right side. That's not wrong, but let's write it pretty. So I have y equals x minus 2. So what? This is my inverse function of that. Okay? So let's do another one. So you can do number 2. It's a similar question. So I'm going to do odds and you do even. Alright? So number 3. Look at this. What do you have here? It's y equals x squared plus 2, right? Same, I want to find the inverse. What do? Switch x and y. So you put x into here, you just like change this like this. First, you don't do anything. If you see y, then you change it to x. You see x, then you change it to y. Alright, like this. And then what do? That looks ugly. I want to write it like y equals blah blah blah. So let's simplify for y. So same thing, I'm gonna subtract 2 because I want y on one side. Then you have only y squared on the right side or equal sign, and the other side you have x minus 2. Right? So let me rewrite it over here. Then you get y squared equals x minus 2. Did you get y? No. Brian, what is this? Y squared. You have squared. You need to get rid of it, right? What's opposite of squared? Tell me. Yes, square root. When you do square root, then you can cancel square. They are opposite operation. So you do the same thing. Okay. Alan, if I take square root to each side, then what happened? Yes, positive, negative. You get positive, negative over here. So my y is positive, negative square root of x minus 2. Like this. Okay, so guys, it's the same step. You just have different numbers, so you can try this one also. Alright? And let me see. It's the same thing. And you can try 7 and 8. And let me try number 9 for you. Oh, it's 12 minutes. Hold on. I'm gonna cut this video because if it is more than 13 minutes, then I cannot upload it onto YouTube. So, I'm gonna cut this. I'll be back.